Good morning. It's the newsman again. Got some interesting stuff here, and we'll go through some of it. I do tend to get sidetracked here and there and go off into other things. So if I do that again, I apologize ahead of time. Those of you that know me are very familiar with this happening, and so you won't be surprised. All right, let's dive right in. Today we are on Fox News. Fox News. Okay, they had the some of the headlines that I thought were the funniest today. Although we don't know. Okay, doomed by dog. Pooch in cockpit blamed for Oh dear. All right. Now see, this is why. This is just what I'm talking about. Pooch in cockpit blamed for 90-year-old pilot's fatal plane crash. And my dog just jumped up in my lap. So, could be this. I'm thinking he was trying to teach the dog how to fly. That's my guess. Dogs cannot fly planes. They can't drive cars. Why would you think they could fly a plane? So, do not try and teach your dog how to fly. And don't let him up at the controls when you're up in the air. I mean, maybe give him a little ground school. Maybe while you're just, parked in the hangar, let him try out the controls. Take a picture, Photoshop some blue sky behind you or something, so it looks like he's flying. But don't let your dog fly the plane. You're just asking for trouble. Stupid, ridiculous photo. You could have just used one of those. It would have saved time. Insta couple defends dangerous snap at infinity pool. Shows one of those infinity pools with a big ass drop off. All right. I gotta say, you gotta get down. Come on, off you go. Yay! These infinity pools. The pools where you just have like the edge. Why do you keep doing this? It keeps fucking changing on me. God damn it, I was looking at shit. Alright. So you got these pools, right? You go to a pool, water stops, deck starts, you can like walk around, get in and out of the fucking pool. They got these pools where it's just like a wall. You got the water, there's like the wall that's maybe like that thick, 6 inches thick, concrete, and then just nothing. Nothing. And if you're building a pool like this and it's at the edge of a fucking cliff, fuck you. Why more people aren't dying because of this stupid shit, I don't know. Anyway, the Insta couple defends the dangerous snap. She's like hanging off the other side, and they're having a little smoochy smooch. And she's got the little one leg foot pointed and the other, foot raised up. And the classic, I don't know. It looks stupid. What if she slips? It's slippery. It's the edge of a pool. Now she falls to her death just so they can get the picture. Seems dumb. I don't know. Anyway. Alright, so why Meghan McCain says she's grateful for President Trump. Turns out she lost her wallet. Trump found it and said, hey, you dropped your wallet. She's like, oh, thank you. I'm so grateful. Not that much of a news story. And you know what they switched everything. I don't know why it like refreshes on it. I didn't refresh it. It just all of a sudden changed on its own. So the stuff I was going to talk about isn't where it was. So I have to like hunt and find it again. Oh, here we go. Here's one. Lori Laughlin. Laughlin. I can read. Yes, I can. Lori Laughlin. Yes, she's the gal from Full House. I think, stressed over possible jail time in college admissions scam. So this is a big headline, all right? She's stressed over possible jail time. So apparently, people who could possibly go to jail for something they've done get stressed out about it. That's more not news. That's more of a common sense. It's like saying, hey, water is wet. Yeah, we all know fucking water's wet. And we all know that people who, did something stupid and are going to jail for it, or could possibly go to jail for it, probably stressed out about going to jail for it. Jail's not fun. I've seen jail. When I was a police officer, I drove some people to jails and dropped them off. Didn't look like a lot of fun. So, that makes sense. Patient claims dentist with revoked license broke her jaw. She, quote, started screaming. Why you go to a dentist with a revoked license? And who was screaming? The person with the broken jaw? Or the dentist with the revoked license? Maybe that's why she got her license revoked. Or he. I don't know. This isn't very clear. So, I know even less about what's going on this one than normal. She started screaming. And that's in quotes. So was she actually screaming, or was she like, oh shit, I think I just broke your jaw? Maybe I shouldn't have been trying to take out that, shouldn't have been trying to put in a filling with a sledgehammer and a chisel. That's probably why she got her license revoked. Or he? We don't know. We don't know who the she is that started screaming. We know the patient is a woman because it says it broke her jaw. And I didn't think we were allowed to say those things anymore. Him and her. What if that's not her pronoun? Did you even ask what her pronoun was before writing the story? I'm just assuming. What? Fuck me. I don't care. Let's see what else we got. Oh, man arrested for eating spaghetti with his bare hands. It says police found him with sauce on his face. I don't know how that's really damning. My son uses a fork when he eats spaghetti. He gets fucking sauce all over his face. So that's not really proof that he was eating it with his hands. That seems like a very flimsy case to me. I don't know why you get arrested for eating spaghetti with your hands. Maybe he was raised by wolves. Did you think of that? Not all of us were brought up in polite society. And some of us who were, ignore that shit anyway. If I want to eat spaghetti with my hands, I'll eat it with my hands. Now, I wouldn't, because I don't like, I'd get sauce like in between my fingers, and that would be gross. And then I'd have to try and pick up my water, and now the water glass has sauce all over it. So even if I clean my hands off, I still got a fucking sauce-covered water glass. And it just seems icky and unnecessary. I don't like having my hands unnecessarily sticky. All right, if I'm working on something, that's like oily and greasy or whatever, and my hands get all fucking dirty, no big deal, because that's part of the job. But if it's unnecessary, like if I'm checking the oil in my car, I don't need to reach underneath and rub my hands on the fucking oil pan just to get shit all over my hands, when all I had to do was take the fucking dipstick out the top. So that's unnecessary. Alright, now if I'm changing the oil filter, I gotta get under there and get my hands all fucking, sticky and gross, that's fine. Because again, that was necessary for the job. Not necessary to get sauce all over my hands to eat spaghetti. I know how forks work. I'm just saying. So I wouldn't personally do that. But I would support this person's right to eat spaghetti with his hands. I don't know why he got arrested for this. And I'm not going to click on it and find out because I don't really care. This is more fun. Okay, why NASCAR has empty seats. So they got a little picture, a car showing the NASCAR going by, and it looks like the stands are empty. And they're like, ooh, why does NASCAR have empty seats? I know they're trying to imply that NASCAR's maybe less popular. But turns out that where they were taking these pictures, that particular raceway, stadium, whatever the hell they call it, I don't know, don't care, had partnered with 7-Eleven recently, and so like the first opening day, they were giving out those super big gulps. You see those? It's like a fucking soda keg with a handle on it. Holds like 8 gallons of fucking soda or some shit like that. So they were giving those away to promote, you know, the 7-Eleven sponsorship of the new raceway. And when the news people finally showed up to take the picture, they saw the stands were empty. And they're like, what's going on here? Must be conspiracy. No, everyone had to pee at the same time. They're all lined up at the bathroom. If you go behind the stands, you're going to see thousands of people lined up to pee after drinking their 8-gallon soda mugs. So that's not really a big mystery there. Let's see what else we got here. Unearthed after 24 years. 24-year-old rock that somebody dropped. Yep, some kid dropped his pet rock on his way home from school next to an empty lot where they were putting in a new house. It got some dirt pushed over it. Kid panicked. He's like, my pet rock, oh no. And the parents were like, dude, it's a fucking rock. We'll just pick up another one and like paint some eyes on it. Done. Kid will never know. Turns out he did know because he wrote his name on the bottom of it with one of those like silver Sharpies, you know, not the black one, but the one that shows lighter, so it showed up against the rock. Gary. Kid's name was Gary. Lost his pet rock. He still lives in the same house. After his parents moved, he bought the house from them because that's a lot of childhood memories, like the neighborhood. New people moved into the house that was being built on the empty lot where he dropped his pet rock, and they were replacing the sprinkler system because they redid the front yard and they had to kind of move the sprinklers around. So they moved some stuff around, and lo and behold, out pops this pet rock. After 24 years, says Gary on the bottom. And they're like, hey, I wonder if that's Gary from down the street. Let's go check. And they knock. They're like, hey, Gary, is this you? We found this. We're redoing the sprinklers after 24 years. He's like, oh, shit, I dropped that 24 years ago. I knocked on the table. Dog barks. You don't even know what you're barking at, you dope. I'm kidding. You're not a dope. You're a good girl. Oh, I misread that. I was just kind of scrolling through sideways, and I thought I saw an article saying Miller offers Huffman human sacrifice, which looked kind of fucked up, and I was, I got to read that one. I might actually read that particular article. But it just says Miller offers Huffman prison advice. I don't know who Miller is. I don't know who Huffman is. But apparently, Miller used to own a prison, and Huffman is trying to build a prison. So she's like, I don't know anything about building a prison, but I really think that's what I want to do today. Hey, I know. My neighbor Miller used to own a prison. I'll go ask her for some advice, some prison advice. She's like, make sure you put a fence around it. Says, oh, shit, a fence, of course. I didn't even think of a fence. You'd probably want to keep people on the inside. All right. Liberal Star says, I'm a spoiled brat. Yeah. Yeah. I don't, yeah, I don't know what to do with that one. Again, water's wet. I got nowhere to go. Because that's pretty that's pretty self-explanatory. All right, last one. Where'd that one? God damn it! I just saw that. They keep refreshing this shit on me, and I don't want it to. And now the story that I saw just a second ago isn't there. But it was something along the lines of like one of the Disney child actresses or actors looked like a little girl. But again, nowadays you can't fucking tell. And I don't think you're allowed to try to tell or something. I don't know. I don't really follow rules. But it said, Disney child star says I was forced to look as white as possible. Really? Forced? Were they paying you? Did they hold a gun to your head and you have to look white, you son of a bitch? I doubt it. Even if they did say, hey, we want you to look as white as possible, you can always go, no, I quit. You can do that with any job. No, except the military. You can't really quit the military. You can do shit that's going to get you booted out, but that doesn't leave you in a good place. I hate when things pop up when I'm fucking filming. But it's an acting job. You can quit. Even if you're on a contract, I'm sure there's something in there you could have put in, you know, if you try and tell me to look as white as possible, or something racist or sexist or whatever kind of clause that you put in there, you can get away with not doing that. You can just quit, get a different job. You wanted to be an actor, so you put up with a bunch of bullshit to get that paycheck and to be famous. You don't have to do that. That's your choice. So, not really being forced. You can always quit. Boom. No more forced. If I was at McDonald's and they wanted me to, you know, use like, I don't know, some sort of potato substitute and say that they're real potato fries, I can say, nah, I don't agree with that, I quit. Or fire me, I'll go to the press. There's a lot of things you can do to not be, you know, forced into doing something you don't agree with. Unless it's at like gunpoint or knife point, or I don't know, they threaten to come to your house and use the family cat to beat your parents to death. And you can say they don't have I don't have a cat. Well, we'll buy you a cat and then do it. But still, it's your choice. You didn't have to. You can always quit. You don't have to be a Disney star. You may want to, but you don't have to. No one's forcing you to be an actor or an actress. So I don't see how that's forced. Anyway, we ended on a little bit of a serious note there. I found it kind of funny. And as I kind of dug into it mentally, but we went a different way. Shit happens. All right, I'm done for the day. Have a good one.